we spoke to experts from the ValueQuest team about the potential of energy transition beneficiaries. Here's what Ravi Dharamshi, who was one of the participants in the podcast, had to say about the opportunities in the transmission and distribution space and why is he so bullish on the sector. Listen in.
When we are investing in a mega trend, in a giga trend, and when there is a S-curve scale up that happens, you tend to underestimate the kind of growth that can happen. Also, what we have seen in the 2003-8 cycle, I've seen it up close in person, is that the size of the companies changed dramatically. A lot of people focus that these business models are, not sustainable, or this will have a cycle at some point of time. There will be overcapacity, and we are paying too much multiples for it. All of that is true. I don't rule that out. But if you take a 5-7 year view in this particular cycle, this is the space which is going to have the maximum delta. And when I say maximum delta, I'm not talking about delta only in the top line. It's the maximum delta in the bottom line. There is the wait period for HVDC has just gone up from 12 months to 18 months. For entire value chain, actually, the wait period has gone up. We are entering a phase where there is going to be a big clamor. So somebody was just explaining to me, power grid chairman is somebody who's in the power sector, carries a lot of heft.
Of course.
Can you imagine him going to a vendor 5 times in 3 months and telling him, please, I need your equipment? That is the kind of industry situation that we are in. And these are top-down driven objectives. We have to achieve 2030, this X gigawatt. We have to achieve this. Honestly, there is going to be a lot of slippages. I don't rule that out. But give or take 2-3 years, we'll achieve those targets. And if we have to achieve those targets, then this capex needs to happen. I'll give you an example from the 2003-8 cycle. There was a company called Nagarjuna Construction. Not that it managed to retain a lot of the value, but it used to be a 50 crore market cap company. And it rapidly grew to become a 250-300 crore kind of a market cap company, because there was a huge project announced of Golden Quadrilateral and the East-West North-South corridor, which was a 50,000 crore capex, which was a big number way back in 2002. And what happened in that particular cycle is that company went on to have a 200-300 crore kind of a bottom line. So if your market cap is 200-300 crore and the cycle is still ahead of you, you end up achieving your top line becomes your bottom line in that time horizon. That is the kind of scale up you see. In fact, some of the investments that we have done, that's exactly what is happening. The valuation at which we entered, I end up becoming the bottom line of the company 5 years down the line. Now, that is the simplest form of, the rule of thumb that I have. If the valuation that you are giving, if that company, even if it does cumulatively, not in year 5, even if in a cumulative, if you can generate that kind of profits, then you cannot be wrong about the valuations. So my humble submission is that the cycle is still early. We are still in maybe innings 2 or innings 3. I cannot rule out a correction, a 30% correction any day possible. But at that point of time, it's a buy, and you cannot be thinking about another 50% price drop because the cycle is strong and still ahead of you.